Hello, welcome back. I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And today we're jaw-jacking with Jarhead and Ginger. We've been full-timing in the RV now for a little over 4 months. But today we're going to bring you our second month of our budget. You guys liked the last one, so we figured we'd do another one for our second month that we've actually kept track.
That's right. The first 2 months we didn't keep track, so we started keeping track in January and trying to see how affordably we can do this.
And don't worry, we're not going to give you all of our everything down to the penny and all that stuff. Only our RV related stuff is what we're going to give you guys on this budget. That's
right. So we're going to get started with the campgrounds. That's the, we're campers, glampers. And you would think that the biggest expense would be the campgrounds, wherever you're going to park. We're not into boondocking. We do have a 1,000 Trails membership. I have broken the campgrounds into 3 categories. First is the actual fee that the campground charges. Second is the our 1,000 Trails membership. We've split that up into monthly payments. We paid it all in advance, but it comes out to $104.70 a month. And the next category under campgrounds is the 50 amp charge. In 1,000 Trails, they charge you at some of the campgrounds, if you have a 50 amp site, $3 per night. So
that's right. It seems to be that way in most of the Texas parks, at least. We haven't been outside of Texas into 1,000 Trails, but if you want the 50 amp service, they're going to charge you $3 per night at 1,000 Trails.
Right. Now in January we were in Athens, Texas for Scott to go through RV Tech School. In January our campground fees came to, because we had to pay for the campground in Athens, and we actually paid for 5 weeks instead of 4. So we went ahead and prepaid for a week of February. So that since we paid it in January, we put it in the January budget. Our monthly expenses for campgrounds for January was $808. That came out to $26 a night. We did a lot better in February because we're back in the 1,000 Trail system. Keep in mind we did pay for that 1 week in January. So this number is going to be lower than, it's probably going to be our lowest number ever. So 1 week in Athens was paid. The 1,000 Trails was $104.70, and the 3 nights at 21 nights that we were in the 1,000 Trail system for 50 amp was $63. That comes to $167.70 for a whopping total of $5.98 a night.
That's great.
Yeah. It would have been more had we had, I think that 1 week at Athens would have been about another $250 ish. So there you go.
Even if you would have added that to this, it would have been less than $15 a night still, I think.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So you want to tell them about the diesel?
Okay, next category is diesel. We did move just once this month, right? No, we moved twice this month.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We moved twice this month. Last month the diesel was $247, and this month it went up a little bit. It was $258.
The price of diesel did increase, but also we didn't do quite as much driving. Even though we did move twice, it was the same distance. It was about a 5-hour drive between the 2 places. So the big thing in January was that I had to take 2 trips down to Houston, and that put the price up. And I think for March it'll probably be a little bit more because we're doing a lot of driving back and forth to Houston from where we're at now. But $247 January, $258 in February.
It's not bad.
Yeah. The next one is propane. In January, we were in Athens, Texas. It got down to like teens temperature-wise. We had snow. We paid $53 for propane for January.
And then we had the Snowmageddon after we moved down and we were at Conroe. And we went through some propane and some gasoline there for the generator as well. But our propane for February was $45.
Yes.
So, a little better.
Good. Yeah. Yes. One thing we had to do was when we lost power, we had to fill up our generator. We actually filled it up twice. Well, not filled it up. We
10 gallons
put
each
fuel
time.
in it each time. So we spent $57 on generator gas.
That's gasoline, and we didn't have a gasoline charge for the previous month because when we filled the tank, it was probably what, November, maybe maybe December. So
right.
So that was a new expense that we hadn't had the month before. $57 for gasoline.
Right. The next category is cell service. In January, we spent $70. We have the visible phones. So we had 2 lines, and if you have 2 lines, it's $35 a line.
Mm-hmm.
And in February, we added a 3rd line for the business phone. So that took it. Will you explain that?
Yeah, we're on party pay, and we have 3 lines. So when you get 3 people in your party, it goes down to $30 each for each person, or in our case, for each line. So for last month, we had 2 lines at $35 a piece, so $70 total. This month we have 3 lines now at $30 a month, so our total is $90. If you're on visible and you don't have party pay, we have room for 1 more in our party, and then that would bring your line charge down to $25. It's unlimited and no throttling. That's so far all we've been using to hotspot for internet is our hotspots from our visible phones. But I'll leave a link down below, and you can sign up under that link, and we'll all get $25 lines.
And that does run off of the Verizon network. So whenever you have Verizon cell service, you have service. If you don't have Verizon cell service, you're not getting anything.
Not sponsored by Visible either.
No, we could be though. Come on, Visible. Okay, the next category is internet. In January, we didn't spend anything. We used our Visible phones. In February, we bought new phones, and we had to do all the downloadiness kind of things. And so we paid for 2 nights of RV Park, wonderful RV Park Wi-Fi for $5 a night. So that's a whopping $10 for February internet.
Yeah, that's so we could get all of our stuff from our old phones onto our new phones is what she meant to say.
Yeah.
Not
downloady thing.
Not downloady thingy. That's the technical term, I guess. Downloady thingy. All right, next one is insurance. That's for the truck and the trailer, right?
Yes.
So for the truck and the trailer, our insurance last month was $288.76.
$258.
Oh, $258.74. And so it's the same. It's the same this month.
Yes. Another
we pay 6 months at a time though, so it's already paid up. It's just that's how much it would be if we were paying monthly.
That's right. So we have to budget for it so it can be there when it's time, when it comes due again. The next item is Escapees. That's our where we do our mail. We have an Escapees membership, and we have our domicile in Livingston, Texas at the Escapees, and they have a mail forwarding, and we pay $10 a month for their scanning service.
Right. So what happens is they take all of our mail for us, they'll scan it, and they'll send us an email with all the scanned stuff so we can see the outside of it. And then if we want them to open and scan the pages that are in there, they will also do that for a fee of 50 cents per page. We have used that a couple of times, but then once we get a bunch of mail there, then we'll have them send it to us. Like today, actually, we just went and set it up so they would send us all the mail that's there to our current location. It's a pretty great service. Again, not sponsored, but if you are planning on full timing, you're going to have to get a domicile and a address set up, and Escapees is a good place to check that out.
So along with the Escapees, we pay a fee to have the mail sent, like you mentioned, and we had to add $25 to our account so that we can make sure that we have enough in there. So that's included in the February budget, and that wasn't in the January budget because we had already put the money in like November.
Right.
And just used it for the first time.
Right.
And some things that are not in our budget because it varies so much from person to person. Groceries, there's two of us. I'm sure the two of us eat differently than any other couple. I mean, you know, your groceries are going to be different. Another one that this is our worst category, dining out. I bust this budget bad every time. I did a little bit better in February. I only put $200 for our dining out restaurants in the budget. I think that's going to have to change because there's no way we'll make that. But February was our anniversary month, so we ended up spending again about $600 in restaurants and fast food and convenience store purchases. That's too much.
One of them was a Brazilian steakhouse, though. That was almost $100. That was our anniversary dinner. So
that was awesome.
We won't be doing that next month.
Aww. I bet I can talk you into it. So, and we also don't have a truck payment. We don't have the RV payment. We paid those in advance, or cash, when he retired. And so we just put the very basics just so that you can get an idea of what it might be like for you. Of course, you know, there's going to be all kinds of differences, but Thousand Trails obviously makes a huge difference. If you're interested in Thousand Trails and would like to find out more, you can email us at this email address. And also we'll leave a name in the description.
We'll leave a link to a guy that we upgraded ours with.
Yes, and if you do choose to go with Thousand Trails, then please give them our name so that we get a little credit.
Yeah.
And then, so that being said, the grand total, let's say January's grand total was $1,668.08. What was February's total?
February's we did quite a bit better, $921.
Yes.
Even, I guess.
Yeah. I think I might have dropped some change there.
Close enough. We round up.
Yes. The big difference was that we stayed in Thousand Trails and not the expense of the other campground. That was the biggest difference, I guess.
Yep. Absolutely. That was a $600 difference.
Yes. Just
in not paying the campground up in Athens alone.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, we have been told that people would like to see the very detailed budget. So I'm going to, for next month, I will do a detailed budget and I will put it in a link so that you can go and look at how much we spend on groceries and dog food or whatever, you know, how much we spend, so you can get an idea of the full picture of our monthly expenses. But this is just the basics so that you can get an idea.
This is a lot easier, and probably a lot easier on you guys watching too, than go line by line through every single thing on a budget.
I like to see that when I watch videos. How about you?
I don't.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Well, if you like this video and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell icon if you want to know the next time we drop a video. And leave a comment, like she just said, down in the comments section. We really like those a lot. We read through them and respond back. It's a great way to get to know some of you guys and for you to get to know us a little better as well. If you're still here, thanks for sticking around to the end, and we'll see you next time on Jaw Jacking with Jarhead and Ginger.
Bye, y'all.